Alright, welcome back to the channel and the build of our Batman. Today we're going to go ahead and finish carpeting out our panels here on the sides, and so we'll have to remove those and put our carpet on and reinstall. So while you guys were sleeping, I've been busy, so if you want to see what I did on this other side, stick around. So like I said, we'll need to take these panels down, get these carpeted, and then reinstalled. When I get them down, I'll have to do a little trimming around the top edge and just a little bit around the wheel well, so when we put the carpet on, everything fits nice and snug, and then we can get the top piece across here done. So, and what it'll look like when it's finished is like this. So I've got this side all paneled, carpeted, got the top piece along here, and fitting nice and snug. And of course I ran my wires down through the pillar, put a hole here, bring out my wires, because all my electronics are going to be on this side. And then for the front section, as we can see here, everything fits nice and tight, so it's got a nice seam. We'll hide everything here behind cabinets. I'll probably make a little piece here and velcro that in, and yeah. And of course this part here will be covered by cabinetry. This bottom section might have a little strip of something over that to hide it. Yeah, I think that's looking really nice. Alright, well anyway, that's what we're going to attempt to do on this side. So let me grab the drill, we'll pop out some screws and get this done. Alright, now that we've got our material cut and sort of in position, we want to keep it there just for a little bit, and then I'm going to use some clamps. I'm just going to go around the edge and just clamp the carpet here against our wood, so when we take it out, everything kind of stays in place. Alright, now it's time to get it on the table and start gluing this thing down. So let's get it out of here. how we do it. So I'm going to go ahead and take the top piece down. We'll go ahead and get the carpet on that. Then we'll start installing everything and get this side done. I think it's going to turn out nice. Alright, so our panels are now carpeted. Setting aside, we're getting ready to install those. And before I do, the first thing I did, put some tape on the floor, mark for the center of my studs along the bottom here on this wall, and we will be putting screws in the center of each one. And for the front, I also installed some weather seal, which will compress as the paneling goes up here, and it'll seal that gap that was in here. And so I've got that all the way down to the floor and all the way to the top here where the paneling comes across here. So now we're ready to install the panels, so we'll go ahead and put the bottom one on first, get it attached, and then we'll worry about the top piece. And hopefully I trimmed it down enough so when I put the carpet on and get things in there, it's not, you know, it's snug but not so tight that I have to bang it in. So let's get her done. So we'll set the top in place and make sure everything's lined up just right. I think that's going to work. Let's go ahead and get things fastened down. So I have the center of my studs marked, got me a straight edge, and I marked the straight edge where I'm going to put each screw. So it's simple as just setting it up here, lining it up, putting a screw in. Do that all the way down, and I'm gonna have to get me a fan. It's getting hot out. It's supposed to be like 100 today, so yep, gonna get me a fan. Alright, just a couple more screws over the wheel well, and then we've got everything attached. So let's go ahead and get those on, and then we can call it done. We line up our center lines here and probably come up a couple inches. Here we go. Let's take a look at it. Alright, let's go in and see our handiwork. So our paneling is done on the sides, and here on the front you can see that we filled that gap with our weather stripping. Sealed pretty good. Top is nice and snug. Coming along. Man, I really hate I hate this part. I thought about taking it down, turn it around, but I stapled it up and it's like, yeah, I'm not gonna pull those out because I used 7/8 of an inch staples, and I'm afraid I would have wrecked it, but it'll work. It's all going to be covered by cabinetry anyway. Yeah, that's looking really good. Cool. Alright, next is this top piece. I'll go ahead and get the wood cut. I'll show you how I'm going to trim the back and the front, and then we can go ahead and get that covered and get that put in place and, well, make it look good. Whew, it is hot out today. It's so hot, even I'm sweating. Alright, so I fit this pretty snug against this metal frame here. I'm going to do the same on the other side. So I just cut my piece of wood and trimmed it, and it's going to fit just like that on this back part. I'll transfer that template onto my piece of wood. On the front section, we're going to go up, and I marked where my notch is going to be. So we'll go ahead and get that cut to length, which is 77 3/4 of an inch, and then we'll transfer our template both ends, and then we'll get that carpeted, put in place, and then we can call that done. Alright, let's get this last piece up. And I marked where the studs were so I didn't nail into any metal studs. So, it's looking good. Let's check it out. Alright, so now we've got that piece on, and everything's fitting snug as a bug in a rug. Cool. And then all our cabinetry will hide everything up to about right here, and then we'll end up putting a piece of something here, and we'll probably do a little shelf along this top edge here to make a little cubby hole. So that looks pretty good. Both sides are the same. So yeah, it's coming along, looking really nice, really nice. Alright, what's next? Alright, now that our walls are finished and our ceiling is finished, lights installed, fans installed, tested, working, and I think the next task that I'm going to do is the wheel wells. We'll get the wheel wells done, and then we might think about where we're going to put the bed before we start on any cabinetry. So the wheel wells, measure for the bed, and then I think I'm going to do the upper cabinets after the wheel wells. That way I'm not having to work around any cabinetry or beds or anything like that. So we'll get those up, and for that we'll probably fire up the CNC and make all of our frames, tie everything together, get those installed, and those are going to turn out pretty nice. Alright, moving forward. Cool. Well, thanks for making it this far, and I hope you stick it out and see what it turns into. As always, thanks for staying tuned, and we'll see you next time.